Start focusing on the small wins. Get groomed. Clean your room. Start hanging out with good people.
Stop breaking promises to yourself. When you say, I'm going to wake up tomorrow at 7 a.m., and when the option comes to hit the snooze button, don't do it.
Most people will not understand your obsession, your drive, and your determination. Success is a lonely journey.
Spend so much time on self-improvement that you have no time to criticize others.
Stop complaining about the results you didn't get from the work you didn't put in. The only way to become more successful than most people is to be willing to do something most people aren't willing to do.
Don't make excuses. Don't blame any other person or any other thing.
If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start.
Well, let me tell you something. Don't be afraid of failing, because there's nothing wrong with failing.
Everybody that you fight is not your enemy, and everybody that helps you is not your friend.
And master the 3 W's. You got to want it, you got to work it, then you got to win it.
And start living like a savage who deserves success, abundance, happiness, security, prosperity, legacy, meaning, fulfillment, significance, purpose.
Be the guy who embraces the ugly, the miserable. Be the guy who embraces hard work, the grind. Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid of sacrificing some blood.
Stay focused. Don't listen to nobody. Don't listen to nobody, homie. What's on your mind, just do it. Because what's destined for you, you're going to get it.
I had to stop caring what people thought about me. I realized that everybody's fucked up.
You have to fail in order to climb that ladder. There's no one that doesn't fail.
If you want to feel like your life has meaning, if you want to go to bed and sleep with a clear conscience, if you want to wake up in the morning looking forward to the day, purpose is a more meaningful, more reliable category than happiness.
Start stacking little wins. Most of you out there think that success in life is a byproduct of big wins. Like, I got to make that deal. I got to get that sale. I got to start that partnership. And the big wins are important too. Make no mistake about it. But I'm here to tell you that the little wins, stacked every day, every hour, over time, over days, weeks, and months, make you a fucking gangster of a human being.
Because if you live in the future, you're anxious. If you live in the past, you're depressed. If you live in the now, you're happy.
Anything you want can happen and become a reality. I believe that sincerely, and I'll die on that thought, okay? And I say that not from something I read, that's from something I lived.
That most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success.
Don't waste your life. Set your goals high. Quit thinking about what's wrong. Start thinking what's right. Love a little more, hate a little less. You have no idea what you're capable of doing. Make up your mind today, you're going to figure it out.
Shut that down. Do not listen to that little voice. Instead, go through the motions. Lift the weights, sprint the hill, work on the project, get out of bed.
Don't listen to haters. Don't listen to naysayers. Don't listen to people that give you advice that tell you to slow down, or you shouldn't do it, or you can't do it, or the time's not right, or any of those other things. Those are dream stealers. They were sent to you to see if you'll overcome them. They were sent to you to test your resiliency. And if you can overcome that, if you just discard all of that stuff and you get clear on those other things, you've got a really good chance of doing something great with your life.
No matter what anybody else says, you could hear the best speech, you could take the best program, you could go to the 12-hour seminar and jump around and say, hey, I'm a different person. It's always going to come down to the two things that it comes down to for everybody. One, you have to become the kind of person that can push through the hard times. Most people can't do that. Most people cannot push through the challenging, the draining, the frustrating times that make everybody else quit. And every time you push through one of these barriers, you're leaving all of your competition behind and you're moving forward without that. And most people can't do that. So you have to build yourself into someone who has the discipline, the fortitude, the grit, the perseverance to push through the hard times, to become someone who is literally fucking incapable of quitting.
I will never quit. Because if you quit, you're done.
I now see anything is possible.
In order for something new to come, something old must go.
Now, the only place to go from failure is to win.
Act like the person you want to become.
Life continue. Past is past, it's never come again. The present, it's the best gift that we have in our life. The present. Because you don't know that what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know. I don't know, you don't know. So live the present.
If you want to be extraordinary, first you have to be disgusted with your current situation. And once you're disgusted with your current situation, you must commit to changing. If you want to live an extraordinary life, you must be willing to do extraordinary things.
Hey, look, a whole new year, a whole 365 days to make this joint right. Me and you both know you didn't stick to the script last year, but it's okay though, because this year we come for everything that we lost and more. This gonna be your year if you act right. You're the only one that can make it right, but you also the only person that can mess it up. The pressure on your shoulders, but you gotta embrace it. And if you lock in at the end of the year, you can look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm proud.
Courage or bravery, I think, is actually what he was talking about. It's an emotion that you can't fake. If you fake bravery when you're terrified, that is bravery. And I kind of feel like motivation is the same thing. If you do the thing when you're feeling unmotivated, that is motivation.
That's it.
You got to blow your bubble up. Expand yourself. Take yourself out your comfort zone. Do not live in your bubble. Put some more air in your bubble. If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail.
I always felt like I could do anything. That's the main thing people are controlled by. Thoughts, their perception of themselves. They're slowed down by their perception of themselves. If you're taught you can't do anything, you won't do anything. I was taught I could do everything.
People chase happiness because they think that that's what they need, when in reality, happiness is just a byproduct of becoming the best version of yourself. So instead of chasing the emotion, become the type of person that is experiencing that emotion, and you can be in that state more consistently.
If life was nothing but green lights and we didn't have yellows and reds, things that make us pause, hardships, crises, times for introspection, then what the hell would it all be for? We need the yellows and the reds. That's how we evolve. That's how hopefully there's some ascension to our being. That's how we give some credit to time and growing older. If we were the same person today that we were 20 years ago, then what the hell are we doing?
Number 1, don't run away. And number 2, be honest to yourself. Those two things, you should keep them in mind and then just put time, effort into practice. I think is the key to step by step build something up about yourself, about your life, about your character and personality that will give you some strong fundament in order to tackle everything that this world is going to throw at you.
Hey, look, this shit's hard, but if you don't go through it, you're not going to get better.
If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start.
But understand this, life is hard.
Move towards that challenge and go attack it.
If you don't commit to it, it's not going to come into fruition.
No one can work out for you. Doesn't matter how much money you have.
And I'm going to get up every day and I'm going to outwork everybody in the room and I'm going to go get it.
The main reason you need to go all in is because you have nothing to lose, bro.
But if you come here, don't complain. You want to become best. You want to become champion. And now you want to say like you tired? Who cares? You tired or not? Nobody care about you.
I said, Woody, what's the secret to success? He said, 85 to 90% of life is just showing up.
It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the fucking mental lab. Because that's where the knowledge came from.
Hey, dog, look, you don't know how you gonna win? You treat every day like a Monday and every month like a January. You gotta wake up every day and put 110% to your craft because there's someone out there that's getting it more than you. So don't be acting shocked when they up and you down. The person who grinds the hardest always gets it. Hard work beats talent every time.
Don't take today off. Not today. Wait until tomorrow. Don't give in to the immediate gratification that is whispering in your ear.
Get to fucking work. You're a young man. You're supposed to be like a fighting age young man full of testosterone and ambition to take over the world. You're not done working hard right now. Now you want to take like a little bit of time off to do some breath work and do some meditation, by all means.
Take yourself out your comfort zone. Do not live in your bubble. Put some more air in your bubble. If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful. You got to get real doggish. You got to get downright funky if you want to make it. Now, like I was telling you before, if you want to be ordinary, you ain't even got to listen to me. Just go on about your business. If you think ordinary's cool, ain't no problem. It's some really, really wonderful ordinary people. But if you are sitting in this room and you have extraordinary aspirations, then you're gonna have to do extra.
You're not gonna get your way most of the time in your life. Just keep working. Hard work pays off, no one tells you when. You'll never know the true feeling of accomplishment if you've never faced a setback. You'll never know the true meaning of confidence if you've never had to bounce back from anything. Just keep working. You're not getting what you want, keep working. You are getting what you want, keep working.
You need to stop listening to others and start listening to yourself. But the problem is nobody knows how to listen to themselves. They're scrolling on TikTok, music on loud every day, when they're driving, fucking radio turned on, when they're home scrolling on their phones, when they ask for opinions, they ask for opinions from other people, they ain't even asking opinions from themselves. They're going to a fucking psychologist, asking a psychologist for wisdom and advice on how to live their lives, and they're paying this motherfucker money, and all you are is a client, so might as well keep this person sick as long as possible, or deranged, or in the loop of coming and sitting on the chair. Why? Because they're paying for the fucking mortgage. When's the last time you sat down and defined your symphony of success? What does success look like to you? To me, it's not having a ton of properties and living in a big fat box and having a ton of supercars. No, to me, it's freedom.
If you don't exercise or draw out the potential in yourself, you are going to feel depressed. You're going to feel anxious because you know in your heart that you are leaving everything that you could potentially do and potentially become on the table. And that is going to bother you. That is going to make you feel depressed. That is going to make you feel dark. So what is it you're trying to do? What is your mission? What kind of shape are you in? How do you eat? How do you train? What are you reading? What's your environment like? Are you spending all this time scrolling, or are you spending time moving forward?
See, look, one thing I want you to promise me is that no matter how long it takes, keep going. No matter how much it hurts, keep going. So you was placed on this earth for a reason. You weren't meant to be average. You were meant to excel. You gotta understand that this grind is meant to make you who you're supposed to be, a dog. A little grind ain't never hurt nobody. Stop being soft. Let's embrace it. If you go through that fire, you're gonna come out real cold. That's what we want.